Good morning. I've turned on my camera. And I know it's live. Welcome to the Wise One channel. I am your host, Lady Caren. Today is the full moon tonight, about 6-ish. I went to 11, 9 a.m., something like that. I don't know. Full moon. Gorgeous out. Beautiful out. So it is the time of reflection. Yeah, hop on, hop off. Okay. Like now I'm doing it. I didn't mean to click that button. How are you guys doing today, my loves? The loves. Let's just look upon this full moon info. This morning. Okay. Yeah, 6 to 9:30 a.m. Okay, 6:30 to 9:30 p.m. to 9 a.m. So like the next day, it's gonna be like the next day. The new moon isn't until the 21st, but we have the full moon. So you're manifesting spells. So the things that you put up till to do, to God to do today is the things that you go do stuff. I love that's still awesome. In Cancer, the moon is in Cancer. It's just so. A lot of times people say manifest. What does that mean? We can look up Google manifest. Just opened it up, put in the word manifest, and let's see what pops up. Manifest. Oh, it's up. So we'll put in meaning. Okay. To manifest. Okay. It's an objective. Clear or obvious to the eye or mind. The systems manifest failing. Oh. Verb. Display or show quality or feeling by one's act of appearance. Demonstrates. Rave manifested signs of severe depression. Well, that sounds depressing. Let's see. Be evidence of proof. Bad industrial relations are often manifested in disrespect. Like snakes manifest and puts them in bad light. So, why would people put manifest as a way of a document giving comprehensive details of a ship? Yeah, that's a manifest, and its cargo and its contents. Yeah. People use manifest less and less. What does manifest? Beginning to think that we've misused the word manifest. I hear it in context and to show something clearly through signs or actions. The worker chose to manifest the dissatisfaction in series of strikes. The illness first manifested itself to show up, basically. So all the hard work that we're doing, we're in the show part of that. Go all the way through to show and detail all out. What is a manifest example? As an adjective, manifest is a formal way to say that something is appeared to the senses and is synonymous with evidence, apparent or clear. If you had a strong feeling about something, they will manifest on your face. A ship's plane manifest is a list of cargo or passengers on a particular trip. What does the word manifest mean spiritually? So if we like show, make evident in normal grammar, in normal English, why did somebody pick that spiritually? And that we've used that in common everyday language. Which is, yeah, the energies, the manifest, or the, a manifestation is the public display of emotion or feeling or something theoretically made real. Manifestation origins are in religions and spiritual because it is something spiritually becoming real. It is said to be manifestations. The words used has spread to include all aspects of life. It's manifest a good word. Manifest can be a powerful word that describes the goals and ideas. It can be used in various ways to demonstrate creation, both positive and negative. How do I start manifesting? These are all still Google replies. That's not the make a vision board. Start journaling. Say positive affirmations. Give the pillow method a try. There's a pillow method. Go outside the box. Surround yourself with positivity. Practice the 369 manifestation method. Walk the walk. Do the do. Walk the walk. And in love. Like, yeah, manifest and make it. To go into action. Make things real. So all that work kind of shows up. I'm not working show now. Yeah. Okay. Now it's just talking about Webster Dictionary and it's repeating what is manifesting and does it actually work? Manifesting meaning. So do we make things real? We know that works. I've seen evidence of things where people have tried to create something from their mind into reality. I've seen that. So that's what that would be. Pick a goal and do it. So all the cutting and wrapping things up and bringing it to a point where see, look at all the work I did. I still have ideas that I want to manifest. So we'll probably put out the water. Okay. And then, so that's what manifesting is. It is manifesting. It's making thoughts and visions real. And thoughts and visions real. That sounds crazy. We'll sum it up in a different perspective. Thoughts and visions. Okay, so creating ideas into reality. Oh my gosh, that sounds so much. Okay, so if I say one, that sounds totally not real. And I say it the other way, it sounds very realistic. It sounds very concrete-ish. Sounds like, yeah, the way we phrase. Right, if I talk about visions, to have a vision, to have an idea, to be creative, it's not treated with the same, I want to say, seriousness or the same, if you believe something versus something where you put into disbelief, like unicorns. We discount unicorns as, oh, those aren't real. We have lots of horned, four-legged creatures. How do we not believe in unicorns? And why are the unicorns flying rainbows and pooping rainbows and sparkling and healing? I mean, like the old stories, they healed people and they came up to maidens. I mean, it's just, oh, they also had that song back then. What is it? Yodeling? No. What's that? You show? I have her on my subscriptions on YouTube. It's absolutely gorgeous. She does jewelry now. She used to sing as a job to bring home the cows. And it sounded a bit like yodeling and that old Suey, the pig one. Oh, I can look it up. All right. So let's look up. Let's see. Yona. Oh, here she is. Yona. Yep. We're not playing that. That's not mine. That's not associated. That's no. Yinton. Okay. Yona Yinton. Jinton? Yinton. I don't know. She's gorgeous. She sings. So they used to do that, and the stories about unicorns coming up to maidens. Because that was something that was taught down the song to sing to have animals come. It was the jobs of the maidens, and they'd sing and they'd bring the animals back. So I'd love to learn how to do that. But yeah. And the stories they used to do that, and that they had healing properties. The other stories is that they had healing properties, and so like Chinese, they that taboo thing where they use every part of the animal in their medicine can give probability to unicorns, the existence, had there been existence of unicorns, that their bone, their horn, could have been ground up into medicine, so that there was no evidence to dig up on unicorns. They're very dry, actually. So, yeah. So, we've been taught to discount unicorns. First, I mean, is it so that we feel less guilty of the crime of hunting them to extinction and wiping them out from the face of the planet? Nobody's seen a unicorn. I mean, unicorns aren't the only thing that could have existed. There's like, what was it? There were books on monsters and stuff in the sea. We used to whale almost till extinctions. That sea shanty, that very famous sea shanty, and the kids never find out what it's really about. Like, oh, whaling. But I mean, even with the ethical codes to whaling from the guilds, we've lost a bit of our whale population. I mean, our oceans were big enough to hold whales. Now it's big enough to hold trash. Yeah, that's a downer. But there are wild cows in the UK, and they're trying to catch and take care of the cows in the UK, I believe it is. And just thought about seeing they're now wild cows. Nobody wants to take care of them. I don't think they should be euthanized. I was just like, no. I mean, I was trying to figure out what to do. So I think they should just hire Yona, come sing, bring the cows, and have Yona take the cows home with her. So she could do cows and art and just be happy. So she could have cows. I mean, they are feral cows. She would just be happy with her cows, her friends. They would be her friends. She would never hurt them. And they could just eat and live free. Her dog would love it. It's an inspiration. I don't know if that solves problems or if that causes problems, but that's an idea. So, yes, manifesting. That's what's called a distraction. We live with many distractions that we either cause ourselves or we digest information that distracts us from what we want to achieve, what we want to manifest all the time. Some of us may not, because there's every flavor of human out there. That sounds wrong. Sounds like aliens come to harbor us, the farming on the planet Earth, and we can eat us on the Terra planet. And we have enough humans to eat for a couple eons. They're too dirty to grow on our home planet to eat. So, yeah, do we all have those nightmares and those fears? Yeah. That we're just cattle of the aliens. All right. So enough of that. So that is also another distraction, but that is one that I like every time, every day. Yeah. So when you're manifesting, it's easier if you create an environment where there's less distractions. That's why school has been so successful, and workplaces are so successful. It's a place to take away from the distraction. They don't allow the distractions, and if we let our kids run around, it would be like the other countries that put the kids to work. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. The thing is, if putting them to work prevents them from getting the means of education or who needs to pursue other educations other than the job that they're working in, or it prevents them from achieving, balance of health, mental and health. They should be able to. They should not have to work from sunrise to sunset and then not be able to go play with the kids and stuff. Your whole family should not depend on like a 10-year-old going to work. You all should be able to work, but there are some countries that don't have it that way. Um, the children working, I worked as a kid, going and doing yard work and things like this and that. That really, it's really an honor. It shouldn't be like forced labor. Kids enter the workforce. It shouldn't be, and they shouldn't be exposed to certain younger children a certain age shouldn't be exposed to cleaning chemicals and things like that. They should be able to pick up, sweep the floor, do light lifting, things their age requirements. Yeah, but to not work, rich kids work all the time. Like they have their own businesses, they have their own 401ks. It's about not getting further in life. It bothers me that we deny our children and wonder why our millennials children are so stressed out. I mean, I feel like people call the cops on a lemonade stand. I mean, what do they think it is? Weed thing? Is it disrupting their weed sales? Honestly, so the right to work, I mean, should be for everyone who chooses to work. And there should be accommodations made so that they can work. Excluding who can work unbalances your economy. People can come out of retirement, but yeah. What if somebody doesn't want to work after the age of 30? I mean, they want to start enjoying their life. They built up billions of dollars and they should be able to enjoy their life, It doesn't matter if, what they look like, what they can and cannot do. I still remember being asked, can a one-handed lady be a waitress? Up until that point, I thought, well, yeah. I mean, have you ever seen Cheers? That girl can just do everything with that, hand-tied band wax. I'm like, yeah, obviously. But if you had to ask, it made me stop. It made me think, and made me doubt because I was in a place and time in that part of my life. But if I was questioned, and everything I knew was wrong, so I was taught that I was stupid and that I didn't know anything. It may not have been intentional, but that was sure how I ended up perceiving the world. So yeah, I was like, no. I answered no, because up until he asked, I was like, oh, Hayes, yes. By all means, what would stop her from? She just put the tray down. She grabbed those things, grab a tray, and put the stand down, put the tray on the stand now, and just do whatever she wanted to do. Or he. Or they. Nowadays, you can say that because, like, when I was a kid, there wasn't much recognition for that. So, yeah. Well, that's something that I have to practice to get used to. It's not, I don't like her doing this. It's just a practice. It's just getting used to. I mean, like, I grew up and all the people with different skin color were around the other town, other city. I was in demographically, let's just put it this way, everybody looked similar to my skin tone, except maybe one or two. And then I moved away and I came back, and all of a sudden that red line thing that the banks used to do where they only gave the loans to the those who look similar to my skin color. They're like, and everybody moved in. All these people from all over the world. Um, and they looked at it, and I'm like, oh, so this is what it looks like. I just had to get used to it. It was a culture shock, and it was a nice, pleasant culture shock. It was just to get used to. I was like, wow, this is so different. That was pretty cool because I had moved into a big city like Indianapolis. I just returned from Indianapolis, and so apparently everybody was either New York or Indianapolis. I mean, fresh off the boat or plane or whatever. And so I had submerged into this. Wow, you mean you're from Africa? Like you're from. And there was. I tried to be politically correct and said African American. She goes, I'm not from Africa. I'm from Jamaica. I'm like, I get to wonder what people from Australia. I'm like, oh yeah, wake up, like that's what happens when your kids are at school. Like the time I was at school, trying to escape my life and throw myself anywhere but home. You don't raise your children. The mainstream raises your children, and they're gonna be as naive as I was. Like I know so much better. And it's not knowledgeable, it's awareness. It's nice, it feels better, and I mourn the fact that I didn't know it younger. I mourn the fact that I couldn't, like. So, I mean, the way I believe that as a parent, you create a safe place for your child and you create an environment for them to grow in. The environments that you have to foster them would be a diversity in order to achieve a healthy, balanced environment. In many ways, would be diversity of all tax brackets, of all, heights, tallness, shortness, short people. Go on my way and find people just to get used to people. I know. Sometimes I wish I could do every two knowing what I know now. But I can only go from here. Be far more diverse, be far more inclusive, far more kind. I mean, those are the things that I manifest. And then I die from like not having enough money because I don't manifest money. So I gotta get fast so I can keep going. I still haven't done that. I have 1st January. I've spent like disoriented. Like I want to do this, this, and this. For some odd reason, it didn't happen. Like really, what happens if it doesn't happen? I'm still alive. Be nice. Yeah. Hopefully, I'm an immortal because honestly, I'm run out of time to do my site for everything. By the time I get to the party with coding, AIs are going to do the coding. which isn't bad. It's just, what do I do now? Code for fun. Yeah. So we're gonna get out our water to manifest in our full moon water. So our full moon jars. Somebody suggested pickles. Catching the light of the full moon with the pickles. The pickles and the types of herbs and protections and things that pickles do, and pickles collect electricity. Like the way, yeah. So that'll be an interesting experiment. Pickle juice, pickle water. I don't know. Salt or moon water. I'll give my friends moon water. We forgot to put out the moon water. That would be nice. Networking. I lack certain networking. Maybe it's consistency that I lack that doesn't allow me as a byproduct to be networking. I need consistency, routine consistency. Mm-hmm. Yes, we are on the full moon. That is when I am most tired, most burnt out. For other people, they have the most energy. I do not. So take care of yourself, drink water. Eat your food with vitamins and minerals in it if you're able to. Exercise if you're able to. How much exercise you can do. I keep working on it. I mean, it's not as what I expected, but it doesn't mean that I give up on it in its totality. Yeah. Keep at it. There's always some, the more you work at something that's going to be produced out of your hard work. So then consider. Yeah, no, I watched movies all day yesterday. I got a show. So if I do that again, I'm going to get the quilting done because I need a couple of quilts made. Yeah. Quilting, I need to make quilts. Yes. We can do it. Can we do it? Yes, we can. We will manifest. I've been up most of the night. The night's been happy. I got up. Things we got to do. Thank you for clicking on. If you stayed this far, like, wow. Yeah, you need more cleaning videos, don't you? Okay. Just put the Sugi. I do love you guys. I appreciate you. I hope you are doing well. And until next week. Love you guys. Love you. Guys, have a good one.